today I wanted to do a little video on how I got into nursing school. So I just want to clarify at the beginning of this video that there are many different nursing schools. There's many different ways to get into nursing school. Some are competitive, some you have to be on a wait list, some don't have a wait list. And so this video is going to be on how I got into nursing school in my nursing program. So I go to Arizona State University, also known as ASU, and ASU offers a 4-year bachelor's degree in nursing to get your BSN, and it's a 4-year program. The first 2 years are PreReqs and the next 2 years are the actual nursing program. So it's 8 semesters in total to get your bachelor's in science of nursing. So I just want to rewind and start kind of at the beginning of when I started, well, when I knew I wanted to do nursing / when I got admitted to ASU. So it was my junior year in high school, I believe, when I decided, oh, I want to do nursing, and I applied to ASU, and I had good enough grades and good enough GPA and scored high enough on my SAT and ACT, and I got admitted to the nursing program right away. I believe they had a little bit higher requirements to get into the nursing program as far as higher ACT and SAT scores than some other majors, like if you want to do education or math or something, I don't know. So it was a little bit more competitive, and I believe they only admitted 120 students per semester. I'm not exactly sure on that number, but I believe it's somewhere around there. So I got admitted and I was like, woohoo! I mean, I wasn't really expecting not to get admitted just because I was an in-state resident. I had ACT and SAT scores that were high enough, and so I was excited when I got admitted, but it wasn't a huge shock. So in high school, I took a bunch of college level classes. I took some AP courses, and we have something called dual enrollment here. I'm not sure if other high schools do enrollment, but what it is basically it's college level classes, and you take them in the high school and the credits transfer over to your college, well, depending on what college you go to and if it's transferable. But since I was in a high school in Arizona and I was going to Arizona State University, I had about 40, I think, credits transfer over to ASU when I got admitted to ASU. So that was super helpful. The only downside was not all 40 of those credits were actually applicable to my nursing major, and so I had I don't know, calculus and stuff from high school, and I didn't actually need that for my nursing major. So I don't regret taking any of those classes, but only some of my high school credits transferred as college credits, if that makes sense, towards my major. So they all transferred, all 40 of them transferred, but only some of them were good towards my actual nursing major. So like I said, the first 2 years in the program are PreReqs and the next 2 are the actual nursing program. And so since I had so many credits from high school, I actually only did 3 semesters instead of the 4 for PreReqs. So first I had to be admitted to the nursing major at ASU, and then that didn't guarantee me a spot in the actual upper division nursing program for the next 2 years. So how you got into that was one of 2 ways. So what I really love about ASU is they offered a direct admit to the upper division nursing program if you did well on your PreReqs. So I'm not exactly sure of the exact GPA, but I believe you had to keep above a 3.75 GPA in your PreReqs in order to be admitted to the upper division nursing program. So what was great about this is if you kept a high enough GPA, you did well in your PreReqs, you didn't have to worry about competing to get into the nursing program. You just automatically got directly admitted as long as you kept those high enough grades and GPA on your PreReqs. So that is what I did to get admitted to my nursing program. I just did well on my PreReqs. I didn't find the PreReqs to be too difficult. I know some people may disagree. You know, I don't mind putting in time studying and putting in a lot of work as long as I achieve, a good enough grade. And so to me, it doesn't matter if I have to study a while for a class. It's worth it to me to keep that that A or high GPA in order to get directly admitted, and of course it was worth it in the end. The second way that you could get admitted to at least my nursing program was by competing. So if you didn't maintain that high enough GPA throughout the semesters on your PreReqs, they would drop you from direct admit status, so you would no longer be eligible for a direct admit, and you would have to compete. So they would take the GPA of your PreReqs, and then you'd have to take the HESI, which is the exam that a lot of nursing programs require you to take in order to get admitted. So between your prereqs and how well you scored on the HESI, they would take the best scores, I guess, of all the students that are applying to the nursing program, and then they admitted those students. So every semester they admitted 60 nursing students to my program. The top students were the direct admit students, the ones who kept their GPA. So if there was 5 direct admit students, then the remaining 55 spaces were competed for based on your HESI score and your GPA on the prereqs. So that is how I got admitted to the nursing program. It was actually pretty simple for me because I maintained my direct admit status, so I didn't have to worry about like, oh my gosh, am I going to get in? Am I going to be on a wait list? And so when I actually applied for the nursing program and got my letter saying, congrats, you've been admitted, of course I was so excited, but I was like, well, I was expecting to get admitted. So I know that a lot of times that's a super exciting time, is like, did I get admitted? Did I get admitted? And I wasn't really concerned about getting admitted, so it was exciting, but I guess not as exciting as if I was like competing, like, oh my gosh, did they admit me? Did they not? So that is how I got into my nursing program. I am thinking about doing a tips video on like how to get into the nursing program, like expand more on like what you can do for studying and other tips on how to get into the nursing program. So if you guys are interested in learning about that or hearing those tips, let me know in the comments below and I'll think about making a video on that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do lots of other nursing videos as well. Give this video a thumbs up and I'll see you next time. Bye.